Lifesaver. Alright, y'all. It's A-Fizzle on this Friday, November 14th, 2025. And yes, we're back at it again. This time we're going to a Carver game. But I'm going to explain more about the Carver game just momentarily. First and foremost, it's 7:36, so I am going to miss the kickoff, unfortunately. But this time I have a legitimate reason. As you saw in the beginning, yes, I was holding a pack of TUMS in my hand. So backstory was, I'm geeked up, ready for this game tonight for Carver versus Redan, which is what they playing. I'm at work. People ask me, "Oh, what you gonna do this weekend?" And normally, because it's fall, a lot of them know that I do go to football games on Fridays. Now, do I go every Friday? No. Y'all know that. But it's, they know it's become the norm for a minute, So with that being said, it's like, okay, I'm getting ready for the game. I'm ready to get off the clock so I can get prepared. My stomach starts to growl. I'm hungry. So I decide, okay, let me go get some food. Because, I don't want to go down here on empty stomach and then I risk passing out. So I'm eating. And then, I'm taking a couple bites and all of a sudden, I feel my chest just burning inside. It's like, what is going on? And it's like, I take another bite. I see myself slowing down when I'm eating because, I don't really eat slow. So but I see myself slowing down, and another bite I take, the more I feel that pain. I don't feel like it's not getting worse, but it's just right there. I couldn't even finish eating my meals. It was just so, I felt so depressed. I said, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Maybe I had to go to the bathroom. Didn't work. So it's like, oh boy, it's always something. Last week it was a star in my eye. The week before that, I think, the week before that was a star in my eye. Last week it was a bump around my mouth, around my lower lip. Now all of a sudden, now it's just acid reflux. So I figured, the more I kept thinking about it, I said, okay, maybe it's an acid reflux. I had this before. It's not a good feeling. Let me go get some TUMS. I think I actually have some TUMS in my car and just didn't bother to look. But nonetheless, I'm trying to get to a store because I also need to get some gas in my car, which I went and did that. So I'm going to try to get some. I'm trying to go get some TUMS. First store did not have any. I go to store number 2. I did not see any. I asked around. They told me the same spot I was just at. Not literally the same spot, but they pointed me to the spot where I was just at because I feel like, okay, this will be the hour where they sell the medic stuff. Still did not see any. So it's like, now at this point I'm like, oh Lord, I really need to find this TUMS. Now there's a chance that it could go away on its own, but it's also a chance that if it doesn't get taken care of, it's going to get worse. And it could develop to some serious it could develop to some serious health problems, which we don't need, and we definitely don't need them to go fatal. So it's like, let me hurry up and find it. And then when I thought about it, I said, I did have some caffeine earlier today, so maybe that's which I'm a hard-headed son of a gun. Let's be real. I told myself I need to lay off the caffeine, or not really lay off it completely, but kind of not overdo it with the caffeine, and I still be drinking it anyway. So I feel like that may have something to do with it too. But long story short, I go to the third store. Thankfully, they had the TUMS. And then, I'm right there by Tipsy because the store I was at, in walking distance from Tipsy. One of the clerks, he recognized me. It's like, oh, you going to Tipsy? Foreign guy. He asked me, was I going to Tipsy? Because apparently he sees me up there. I said, I might, but back in my mind, I said I really don't need to be going into Tipsy because Because apparently while walking in Tipsy, the bartenders know me well to the point where they don't even ask me if I want anything to drink. They just pour my drink anyway. So it's like, that's in the back of my head. Like, I said, I don't need to go to Tipsy because I don't want to be, because I really don't want to drink with this going on, because I'm no doctor, but I don't want to take a chance of drinking if it's not good to drink while you're having acid reflux. And I drank some water too while I was at the restaurant. I figured, okay, let me continue to drink this water, but I still felt the pain. So I just took a TUMS not too long ago. It seemed like it's starting to calm down. It's starting to calm down. I'm sure there's still like parts in there. So it's like, okay, maybe we can go to the game now. Because like, it's gonna be very difficult to go to the game feeling this pain in my chest area, and I know the reason behind it. Because I want to enjoy the game when I go. I can't do that when I'm dealing with a situation. So I still kind of feel it, but I did take the TUMS. I don't expect the pain to go away immediately, like in 2 seconds flat. It's going to take some time. It has to dissolve in, it has to do its work. And then eventually, I'm sure it'll probably peter out. So we're going to take a chance. Hopefully, it will go away by halftime. And that's that. Now, as far as the game, Carver is playing Redan tonight. The high school football playoffs do begin here in the state of Georgia this week. Because I also found out that Spencer, well, it actually started last week, because as y'all remember, I said Brookstone and Percelli played in the playoff game against each other last Friday. I don't know who won. Like I said, keeping the same energy. I do not keep up with the private schools. I couldn't tell you how they look. I did see some highlights, but like I don't remember who won. I'm just gonna be sure with y'all. But nonetheless, it did start last week. But as far as like the region that Carver's in, that started this week. Unfortunately, Kendrick did not make it. They finished 4-6. Their loss to Shaw was kind of the death blow. A 1-7 Shaw team. I digress. But nonetheless, Spencer played yesterday. You know what? I forget who they played, but because I was actually looking at it this afternoon. But they lost. So bye-bye, Spencer. We hardly knew you. And the only other team in the area who's in the playoffs is Columbus High. And they actually do play tonight. So maybe in between time, I'll probably get some score updates on the Columbus High game. They actually are out of town playing their playoff game. Carver is like, it's Columbus. Dang, I'm about to say Columbus again. Carver is the only team in Columbus that's going to be playing in Columbus tonight. And for the most part, Carver is going to be playing, like, as long as they stay in it, a lot of the games will be at Otis Spencer Stadium. I think if they get to the semifinals and they play Rockmart, that might be the only game that Carver will be on the road, if I'm not mistaken. But as y'all already know, I don't know how far Carver going to go. They are a heavy favorite to win it all again. It would be nice to have a perfect 15-0 season. It would be nice. But with that being said, these vlogs are going to go as far as the Carver Tigers go. And also the counterpart, that if Carver somehow loses tonight, and that's a very big if, because I don't expect them to lose, but you never know. With that being said, Central, Auburn, and Opelika, as of now, they are still in the race. As y'all know, I was at the Central game last Friday. Last Friday, they beat Hoover 34-10. Well, it was a great game. Then, rep ball got away at the halftime, and Central wound up pulling away at the end. So that game was at Garrett Harrison Stadium. Central is playing tonight. They actually get ready to play in about 15 minutes. They're playing at Fairhope, which I think is in the Mobile area, because I Because I remember seeing the 251 area code, which I know for sure is Mobile, so I feel like it's down that way. So, so we'll see what happens with that. Auburn is on the road too. I think they're all on the road this week. Auburn's playing. Who is Auburn playing again? Oh, Daphne. They're playing Daphne High. I think that game is in Daphne, which is, I know for sure is in the Mobile area. And Opelika, I can't remember who they're playing right now, but I think all three of those teams on the road. So if Carver does somehow, some way get eliminated, but Central Auburn and Opelika are still in it, that could open up the floodgates for me to go to one of their games. However, here's the kicker. Those games have to be home games. You know, it has to be at Garrett Harrison Stadium, Duck Sanford Stadium, or I think Bulldog Stadium. I think that's what Opelika calls their stadium. It has to be in the area, which is also good news for me because let's just say Carver does get eliminated tonight and Auburn and Opelika both win their playoff games. They'll wind up playing each other in the semifinals, which means that game will be close by. I think Auburn's like the higher seed, so that game will probably be at Duck Sanford Stadium, so that could open up the floodgates. I think Central's ranked very high as well, so even probably after tonight, it's a chance that Central, if they do win, they'll probably have another home game at Garrett Harrison Stadium, so we'll see what happens with that. But we're not going to jump the gun and going to talk about Carver losing because I want Carver to win tonight. That's a given. So, you know, 5 games left. Hopefully it's 5 games left. We shall see. All right, let's go in the game right quick. Well, this may be a short vlog after all. Hopefully I can get y'all a good ton of game footage because otherwise we're going to be looking at a situation like the Kendrick game. I think it was a Kendrick game where I talked more than half the vlog. Because right now, it looks like it's 35-0. Carver's winning. That's what it looks like from out here. Also, here's another thing. I was told, I heard from one source the game started at 7. I heard from another source that the game started at 7:30. So I figured like, okay, maybe the game actually does start at 7:30. But something telling me the game actually started at 7. So I might have dropped the ball on me. So I might have gotten mixed information, which we don't need that to be happening moving forward. But like I said, you know, at the same time, we have to make sure I was straight here. So give or take at this point. So, but let's see where I can get you. All right, here we go. Okay, I stand corrected. It is 35-0. The game is in the second quarter already. So we did miss the first quarter. Hopefully next week we won't have these issues because like Carver will be moving on. All right, third down. Oh, he missed it. All right, they're going for it. Come on. Oh, he's way down. That sucks. All right, third down for Redan. 3 and out. Punt the ball. Trying to get out as much footage as I can to offset my talking about the first 10, 11, 12 minutes. All right, Carver takes possession. Had a couple penalties on that punt return. But I need a touchdown. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. what I thought. All right, here we go. Going in there. There it is, touchdown Carver. There's our 40 burger. An extra point is good. 42-0. And just like that, it is halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the second season. It is business as usual and open is 3108th Street. But now, feast your eyes on the Redan and welcome the 25-26 edition of the George Washington Carver High School on behalf of President Lewis, President Latoya Days, and the Maestro, Director
There you go, and I can see everything. Okay.
Let's get down. One time for Grandma.
Yeah! Y'all know it's been a while since we last saw this. You know what's coming. Maybe they do it over there. Who knows? Let's give a shout out to Redan's crowd. All 20 of them that's showing up. There's actually some people scrolling around somewhere, so but it looks like it's just the players' families are showing up, which I kind of expected. So those who don't know, Redan High is based in Stone Mountain, Georgia, which is on the cusp of Gwinnett and DeKalb County. The city limits of Stone Mountain, so I can't tell you what's out there. I think they're still gonna march around. But yeah, and fun fact, I don't know if I mentioned this, I probably did, but I'm going to mention it now. Back in 2010, I was at the Albany State Fort Valley State tailgate, and I went inside the game, and after doing some research, it's actually been 3 times since I went inside the game. 2012 and 2013, the other 2 times. But the point is, I was at the game and I met Miss Albany State at the time, and she was a nice woman. She's doing good, but nonetheless, a little bit down the line, I was watching BET and they were showing a commercial from as far as like colleges, and I seen Miss Albany State in that commercial, and I found out she did go to Redan High. So that's probably my only connection with the school, but I thought it was pretty neat. So I guess we're gonna circle back over here and then do the high care. And I'll give y'all an update on the Columbus High game if the score is up with Max Preps after the band is done. Well, after the band and the dance team are done, and the majors. All right, circling back over here now. So I guess they're gonna get ready. Now I feel like they're gonna get ready to do it in a moment. Oops. That was bad angle on my part. I thought I got away from the man. Do it right there. Nope. Still marching. Oh, it don't ask me how it don't ask me how I found out how she went. Don't ask me how I found out she went to Redan High. That's not the point there. I just want to let that be known, because I know you might get some troll and be like, well, how would you know she went to Redan High? And I have my ways of finding out things without intentionally finding out things. That's all you need to know. least at this point, at least a band will take over. Probably take over more than half the vlog if it comes down to it, as opposed to me talking now. So I think I talked like 10, 11, 12 minutes. Band performed for like 16. Not even for Bobby Brown, my prerogative. So the Redan players are something called locker room. All right, here we go. I think it's coming up now. Here we go. It's gonna happen. It's been a while since y'all last seen that in the vlog. Time. This tradition should live on forever in the Carver High School lore. Don't ever get rid of this. Shout out to the dance team, they get down over there. Looks like that is going to wrap it up for their performance. As halftime is starting to draw near the end. By the way, like I said, Redan players are getting ready for the second half. All right, that's it. All right, let the second half commence. Now, after this clip, I'll definitely give you some score updates across the water. I don't have anything for Columbus High yet, so I do got something from across the water. Oh, he almost dropped it. Come on, get it down, quickly. There you go. All right, second down for Redan. Come on, defense. All right, first score updates of the day. We actually got some high school basketball action going on right now. Hardaway taking on Smith Station. Smith Station already playing a beatdown on Hardaway, 16-3. That game is in the first quarter, so plenty more basketball to go there. Now on the gridiron, that is, they did update the Columbus High score. Looks like Columbus is losing, but I don't know if it's really the first quarter or second quarter, so I'm not going to give you the update yet, but I do know Columbus is losing. Across the water, Auburn's taking care of business down at Daphne. They're up 14-0. That game is in the second quarter. Auburn's looking to move on to the semifinals. Meanwhile, Opelika's up 7-3 over Baker High, which is who they're playing tonight. That game is also in the second quarter. As I stated, if Auburn and Opelika both win, they'll be going at each other next week with a trip to the championship on the line. And seeing how this score is, there's a lot going to be at Bulldog Stadium or Duck Sanford next week. Meanwhile, third down. Come on, sack him. Wow, first down. Get him down. But yeah, those are your score updates right now as we speak. And first down, Redan. All right, second down for Redan. Come on, defense. I don't think I put too much energy into this one. The game's pretty much decided. Out of bounds, though. Oh, speaking of high school basketball, never mind. I told myself until it happens, we're not going to talk about it. But I do have some motivation this year, though. So all I got to do is just stay to my word, and they're going to be that. Third and long. Come on, defense. Oh. He's nervous. Oh, he dropped it. That was a sure interception right there. And we got a flag for what? Well, I got a bad feeling it's going to be defensive pass interference for no reason. Yep, defensive pass interference, maybe automatic first down. At least there's not many flags in this game so far. Oh, they're going backwards? Oh. Okay, it is on. Yep. There you have it. Automatic first down. Very next play, we got a pick six. Wasn't expecting that. I'm glad I got that on film, like the back half of it on film. Oh, that was a blooper reel. Oh, she's okay. Meanwhile, the extra point is good. So 49-0. Midway through the third quarter. But yeah, she fell. Good stop. All right, third down. Come on, defense. Nothing. All right, and just like that, the third quarter has come to an end. That is your, I would say your final, but that is your score right now. Get the foes up. Some of the people starting to leave. This game's already decided. Yeah, getting them foes up. Gonna close this, gonna just ride the clock out style. He's in. What is up? And it's good. 56-0. All right, here we go. Second down for Redan. Turn up the defense. Oh, he just gave up. He said, forget it. Clock is ticking. Redan players still out there. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. They're going to just build the clock. Yeah, they're going to build the clock. It's over with. Hey, Redan got a small football team. Not the main players showing up. Yep, it's over. Yep, it is officially over. Oh, by the way, got a notification that came up on my phone just now, so it kind of stopped the clip. But post game, this guy got I can get a thumbnail. That's why I made it stand up. I don't know. That's it. All right. First round, officially in the books. Carver 56, Redan 0. And that's all she wrote for that one. So next Friday, Carver will be facing either Stevens County or Crisp County. That's next on the dock. Last time I checked, Crisp County was up 21-0. I was going to give y'all a score update on that game, but I got a feeling that the score wasn't up to date, and I don't want to give y'all an inaccurate score at that time, you know, because usually when I do these score updates, I want it to be the actual score at that actual time. And Max Prep sometimes can be lagging with the score, and sometimes you may not get the score at all, because if you follow Max Preps, as far as at their website, the only way you'll get the score on these games is if somebody is actually at the game and is giving an in-depth analysis on the game and kind of keeping up with the score as it changes. So, but last time I checked, it looked like Crisp County was up 21-0. So, big ups to them for winning right now. And it would be interesting to see Crisp County again. Yeah, no, I'm not filming you. It would be nice to see Crisp County again, because I actually got to see Carver play Crisp County a couple years ago, and Carver won a close one, 30-20. So it would be nice to go at it with them again. Now, when I went to that game, I wasn't doing these type of vlogs that I do now, but I did do a video after the game talking about the game. So if it happens to come to fruition again with Carver playing Crisp County, then you actually get a vlog. But lo and behold, you're at least guaranteed one more vlog for next Friday and maybe the Friday after, because it looks like whichever team comes out of the Stevens County Crisp County game is around the 500 mark. Redan was 4-6. I think one of those teams is 4-6. The other is 5-5. So it will likely be a repeat of tonight. So, and maybe one of those teams may score. I don't know. I just don't know. But anyways, so it doesn't look like we're going to be seeing another Central Arbor or Opelika vlog game this year, because, like I said, Carver will be right back here next Friday. And those games next week for Alabama will be the semifinals, which means whoever wins those games will go on to the championship game at Bryant-Denny. So at least between Auburn and Opelika, assuming that they both win, one of those teams, whichever one will be the home team, is guaranteed one more home game, and the opposition will not be guaranteed any more home games. And it looks like Auburn's at Daphne. I think the Opelika game is at Opelika. So, but I don't know. Their playoffs is so jacked up. They got Central, who won their region, playing on the road. I don't get it, but that's that. This woman was looking at me for no reason. I don't know. She thought I was filming her or whatnot, which I wasn't filming her. But, you know, it just kind of creeped me out a little bit. She kept looking, so I don't want to be rude, say what you're looking at. For a second, I thought I knew her, but no, I didn't. But I don't want to be rude, say what you're looking at. Because we're not trying to start any commotion, for one. She had her kids, and I don't want to, but she had her kid, so I don't want to start any commotion on that. And second of all, I don't want to, you know, I don't want to get her that incentive that, yeah, you stared at me because you thought I was filming you when I wasn't. So we'll just let it be. But yeah. But she just pulled away now, so we good. Anyways, let me go and get up out of here. It is actually 9:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which I figured this game will end early if, you know, when it was already 35-0. So the night is young. I may go to karaoke night because we actually have a chance to go now. I may also go to, I don't know if I'm going to go back to TUMS. We'll have to see. I might go to the, I thought I was going to this other bar right around the street, but the bartender was sick recently, so tit for tat. But maybe we'll go check it. We'll go check, see what's going on. So I don't want to. But anyways, let me go end this vlog, so because I don't want to talk too long. But yeah, I appreciate everyone for tuning in. And just one last thing, I'm officially end it. As of right now, I've not finished the Central Hoover vlog. So as of today, that vlog is not up. But by the time you watch this vlog, that vlog will be up. I'm going to try to go and finish that vlog up tomorrow before the UFC fight on tomorrow night. So I can at least have that ready to go on Tuesday. And then I got to work on the tailgating vlog, which I'll have all Sunday to work on that one. If with that being said, yeah, I have all Sunday to work on that one. And then try to have that ready to go on Wednesday. I'm going to try to go and start editing this vlog on my phone and have it ready to go to my laptop. So try to go and get this done. Hopefully, if things work out, I can have this one up on Thursday. That way we'll be done with that. Oh wait, I can't have this up on Thursday. It might go up the week after because some drink reviews still gotta go up too from the tailgate. So I still gotta get those up, and then I'm gonna get this one up. So but yeah, with that being said, hope y'all enjoying the high school football vlogs. Like I said, they are starting to wind down. We got minimum 1 left, maximum 4. Depends how the circumstances fall. Depends how far Carver go. And depends on the circumstances fall. It depends how far Carver goes. So that's that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog. I'm going to get up out of here. An update on this on my chest. We good now. I'm good. The acid reflex is going away. I figured it would. Thank you, TUMS. So we good on that. And on that note, now we're gonna get up out of here. So yeah, I'll be back. Do this again next Friday. Either Stevens County or Chris County. We'll be waiting on you. Holla at y'all later.